Right, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baharakah Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I want to watch a couple of these videos, on two TikTok videos really, that expresses something that, those of us who are Jake, who've, lived in particular areas, we know this is the reality. The reality is, when you're around Jake, you are in extreme danger. And the more you're around Jake, further away from home, you're in even more danger. It's danger zone. You're in danger of getting shanked up, shot, robbed for anything you got. Worse, if you got something valuable on you, then you're definitely in the danger zone. And this is from your own people, your own blood, your own kin. And this is a reality of growing up as a Jake. You really, more than anyone, fear your own people, and it's not supposed to be like that. All right? We're supposed to love thy neighbor as ourselves. Our neighbor are other Israelites, other members of our tribe and nation. We're supposed to love them, and the Bible tells you, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the keeping of the commandments. And what are the commandments, man? Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife or thy neighbor's house or any of thy neighbor's possessions, man. But those things are rampant, absolutely rampant among our people. And my grandmother, she always used to say, it hurts more when your own louse bites you. And it does, And then so when you see these Jakes out there in the street protesting every time a Edomite police officer kills some Jake, or, something happening, they're protesting and going crazy. The reason the world looks at us with astonishment is because if we are so concerned about the lives of our own people and how much we love each other, then why do we treat each other the way we do? Why do we kill each other wholesale? Why do we rob each other? Why do we commit adultery against each other? It doesn't make any sense. So the first thing that we need to address is loving ourselves, is having a standard of love amongst ourselves. And that's what the gospel is all about. We're not begging Esau to love us, because we know that's never going to happen. But what we can do, what we can affect, is how we treat each other. We can't change how Esau feels, because that's just what it is. But how you act and how you treat each other, that's something you can change. So I'm gonna get some scriptures, but I want to play these.
With so many different people, all it takes is for one you to see your face and be like, that's what I've seen him with them, man.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes, you know. And then after you get rushed, that's when man will sort out. Nah, I don't want to get rushed, you sort out afterwards. I don't want the rush in the first place. And remember, nowadays, a rush might even still be a poke.
Poke, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Same thing, you see what you just said there about the rapper? Same thing that happened to a footballer. Come to cut his hair at the barbers. And he's wearing his bust down, what's it, Cartier.
And that's the thing, that, you're a Jake. If you make any kind of money and you want to buy your jewelry, you're in danger. You don't ever come around Jake. That's sad. You can't come around your own people because well, we know what inevitably is gonna happen. It's like walking around dipped in blood on a safari park, with a bunch of lions. The envy, the jealousy, the greed, the evil eye of covetousness will be upon you. The eye of Sauron.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
But it's from, you know what it is? He's from the ends. But they don't know him. They don't know him like, obviously, man plays football them times as well. So they don't know him like they know Don E. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's coming, it can go to the barber shop. But it's an older head. But man, them don't see you on a block once or a few times. You get me?
Just
So he's
take
gone
it,
there.
just take it off and put it in your pocket.
Man, them seen him now.
You go in it.
They wrapped him. Where?
Wait, in the barber's in the chair.
Yeah, like they wrapped him. They took it.
Mid-trim.
But I heard he was screaming like, yeah, but like Don's from around here. But he don't know that. I grew up in the era where I know the man them that's in that circle kind of thing, and I know the young G's. He don't know them. Like he went away from football from Quay like long time, and he's just come back. You think he can come kind of?
See, none of that is supposed to matter. None of this politics and none of that is supposed to matter. All that matters is thou shalt not steal. That's the only thing that's supposed to matter. But you know, Jake, man, evil, a seed of evil doers, man.
And get me, and that's what happens, and it's just mad, like it's just
Because even with me, yeah, there's certain man that I know, yeah, that obviously over time you kind of realize, okay, you were the troublemaker from back in the day,
Right.
but
That's it on that. Let me play the next clip.
go, yo, you ever don't wear your jewelry? And they go, nah, I wear mine everywhere I go. Like there's not another version of them.
right.
Like there's not another guy that's just not special. He's exactly like you. He just don't have a song. When you feel like you're gonna get busy if you touch it, he feeling like I'm gonna get busy to get it.
Right.
Right? And it's the same energy, bro. Like, and you go on, like, it's when you
Yeah, that's the energy of wickedness, the energy of niggerism. And it's the same everywhere. Everybody knows. Popping chains, stick up kids, stealing watches, popping man's girl, running trains on man's girl. It's all the same bullshit, okay? There was another one that I found about the bike situation. Like everyone's had their bike stolen. Jake tell you, I'm just going to the shop. Bike's gone, you're never gonna see it again. Now, there's a scripture that I love to use, man. And it's you know, Solomon, he was saying it like it is. And I'm gonna read this whole thing. It's Proverbs 1. Because this is what the young man needs. Okay. It says, the Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, the king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. Once you proliferate an environment of evil, that evil will inevitably return onto you. Once you create an environment of fear, jealousy, envy, and greed, you will not become exempt from that same jealousy, envy, evil, and greed. You will not be exempt. You run around thinking you and your boys can rob who you want, stab who you want, fucking stick up who you want. And then when you make your money, you walk around like everything's cool. And then all of a sudden you're under pressure because of the environment you helped to create. And now you understand that nobody should have to live in an environment that's so hostile and toxic. You should be able to have what's yours. When you create an environment where you can't have what's yours, that is hell. That is not nice. And that's why the ghetto ain't nice. The ghetto ain't nice because of money. The ghetto is not nice because of people and the way you act and treat each other. Right? When you have things, how does it feel when something is stolen from you? It's very bad because it's like you worked for that. So you're now in an environment where it doesn't matter how hard you work. You cannot even reap the benefits of what you work for because someone else is going to steal it. That's evil. But people don't mind perpetuating that environment, thinking that that environment won't turn around and yam them up. It's crazy. It's the lack of wisdom and understanding. This is why you don't do these things. You don't push these vibrations. You don't commit adultery because do you not think that precedent will come back upon thee? You going around banging other dudes' girls, you think someone's not going to come and bang your girl? You put that vibration out there into the world, into your environment. That you've broken the standard. The standard is now in the dirt. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity. Right? Everybody wants justice, judgment and equity. So if you want that for yourself, you have to push that out there too. And therefore everyone holds that standard. Yeah? To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. Right? And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Right? Wise counsels. And then a big problem that's among Jake is a lot of the men that have influence among our people are the wickedest and the most demonic of them all. Like the men that really influence Jake in the streets, it's not Johnny the carpenter. It's not Uncle John. Uncle John who work all day and I do plumbing and I do carpentry. Yeah, and I fix car. Uncle John ain't the one the youth them are listening to. The Uncle John where I say, yo, the youth them are the future and spread love and all them thing there. Them not listen to Uncle John, you know. Uncle John will always at work. Yeah, they ain't listening to Uncle John. You know what they're listening to? Yeah. Shatta Ricky. That's what they're listening to. Yeah, the bad man them on the ends. That's who has the power and influence. The Bible says, for among my people are found wicked men, and they set snares. So you have, as a young man, you have to understand that you need to seek to wise counsels, not to the counsel of the wicked, because you follow after these wicked ass demons, man. You're gonna get what's coming to you, man. Yeah. You got to follow after the prophets, the men of the Lord, man. And all these Jakes, man, that's caught up in all manner of wickedness, there was always somebody there that was telling them not to do it. But they didn't take heed to the wise counsel. Them play hard ears. And them gone follow back the bad man, the man them that are pushing badness. And then we know how that story goes. Because you thought that was the way. It's not the way. Alright? You're just digging your own grave. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels, to understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. You see, you have to understand that the Heavenly Father is to be feared, and He set a standard and a protocol for you to live on earth. And understand that when you do evil, no matter how much you think you gain in the temporal, in the short term, the judgment of the Lord shall descend upon you like an eagle, and it's going to clutch you off the ground. You understand? And that is wisdom and understanding. That it's not going to end well. No matter, you're not special. Okay, there's nothing different about you. And I was watching a video the other day about the cycle of the ghetto, the cycle of badness. Nobody's special. The man go in one way and go out one way. Nobody beats the game, right? Because you can't beat the system. The Bible tells you the wages of sin is death. You can't. That is a law of the universe that's etched into the algorithm, right? Even Esau, Edom, he thinks he can overturn that. But he hasn't. He's going to receive his death. You see, you can't break that. Only the Most High can give you pardon from that for a very specific means, and that is Yahweh Shai. Other than that, there ain't nothing. That you ain't smart enough, bro. You ain't smart enough, man. You ain't smart enough, you ain't talented enough, you ain't bad enough to overturn the wages of sin is death. You ain't. Don't care how you think you're funny and you're slick and you're better than this and better than who. You ain't better than the Most High. The algorithm of the Lord is going to catch up to you. Alright? And that's wisdom. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and destruction. They look down on it. Yeah, if you ain't, with these youths, if you ain't got the bust down, and put in work on the streets, they really don't. A lot of them don't want to hear what you got to say. So when you're telling them, listen, that not right and that not right, and you shouldn't be doing this, and this is what's gonna happen to you, they despise your words because what? You ain't flossing, you ain't rolling in a big BMW, you ain't doing it big like the man them that are pushing badness. But them man are only like that for a brief moment in their life. And then you come back 10 years later, them man's family is in complete disarray. Their youths are in disarray. The legacy of bad man, any man that's gone full on into badness has one of the most toxic and destroyed legacies you'll ever see in your life. Go find a bad man, dead or alive, at the age of 60 and look at his condition and look at the condition of his children and telling me that badness is the way forward. If they're not in jail, if they're not dead, then they're out broke, mad in the head. They're trying to fix their family, put the pieces together, but it's too late. Daughters are stuck, sons following the same movements in and out of jail. It's a mess. The man didn't reach the gardens. They never reached paradise. You understand? But that's why Charleston White always cursing out them OG Bloods and Crips. It's a joke thing. It says here, my son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. Right? It's valuable. Right? The lamp of the Lord, the light, which is in the law. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. When these wicked ass little Negroes, little gremlins, oh yeah, come, you gotta leave them man alone, man. Let them man go do badness. Let them man be cool. They want to be cool. They want to steal cars. They want to be cool. They want to bad mind people. Let them do the bad mind. They will get what's coming to them. If they say, come with us, let us wait for blood and let us go on a move. Yeah. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Listen, them man ain't have no cause. Their cause is the possessions. They know a man got this. They know a man got that. They see a man with this, they see a man with that, and they're going to take that. Yeah, we know how the game go already. It's been going on before I was born, and it's still going on now. Yeah, man, them are on movements out here, and if you move funny, you move in the wrong way, and you buck up upon these man, or them man here say you got this or you got that, them man ain't joking, and man ain't lazy to come and get that. Next thing you know, you got the blicky in your face, you understand? Next thing you know, you're getting boss up and man are taking whatever you got. Yeah? In front of your kids, the man don't give a damn. It says, let us swallow them up alive as the grave. That's what the man call it, right? Man, I go eat, man. Man, I get ate. That's exactly what they call it. Yeah? And more time, yeah, when the man are doing all that badness, yeah, them look like it's like them man are just merciless with it. They don't identify, there's no empathy from their end, man. Them man are just demon, and they're doing it to their own people. They don't give a damn. They'll do it to a man that they know. A lot of time when man are getting robbed, sometimes it's even their brethren that set them up. Then the same man that's like, yeah, I'm coming with you to try and get the things back, that man are already set the thing up from a long time. They know exactly who's got it, and they're going to get a piece because your own brethren was red-eyeing you for what you got. Yo, this thing's serious, man. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. All for the money, yo, the dollar bill, yo. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. For their feet run to evil. As soon as man get that text or that phone call, man, I'm moving quick. They're moving like flash. They're moving like quicksilver. They're in the whip quickly. They're on the R6 and they're moving fast to the move. You understand? And they make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. And a lot of these Jakes, man, like, they're just wicked and evil, man, because they go on that they never had no options. Like these Jake in London will go on like they never had no options. Bro, you had options. You had free schooling, my G. You had free schooling. It ain't like, this ain't Jamaica. You had free schooling. Yeah? You could have done carpentry. You could have done any manner of trade that is short. And yeah, there would have been struggle and it would have been hard work. Yeah? But you keep your head down, you humble yourself, and you apply your craft, and you go where the work is, you would have been doing all right. You would have been using the world yet not abusing it. But man want to chase the flashing lights. The greed got you, and that's why you're on the roads, fam. That's why you're on the roads. And then you come on some program and start bawling about you're a victim and the system this and the system that. And no, you're a demon. That's what you are. You're a demon and you're scum, because you look at your own brother and you want to take your brother's things, or you want to sell crack to your own brother and pretend you're doing it for food. You ain't doing it for food. You're doing it so you can buy Air Max, so you can buy your $1,000 for £1,000 Canada Goose jacket, so that you can get a quick bimmer thing, so you can show off on the top them and buy the big bottles in the rave. That's why you're doing it, brother. You ain't doing it to put no bread on the table. You're doing it because you're greedy of gain and you're evil in your heart. Yeah, and I'm talking like if you're from London, and that goes for a lot of Jake. A lot of Jake, they got a bag of excuses as to why they're committing evil. But then when you really break it down, they didn't really have to do that. They could have done other things, but them other things didn't necessarily lead to the lifestyle that they desired. Pussios. And that's why the Lord get them, man. That's why they all end up getting got. Okay? Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of the concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. I remember when I was going to visit my cousin, and where I was going wasn't really, show you Jake would take anywhere and turn it into madness. Where I was visiting him, let's just say that area is not a bad man place, but there's bad man there. And when I was chilling with my cousin, I had the elders on, and I was showing my cousin the elders, you know, when they were still on 34th Street. And then there was a knock on the door, and these two niggas came in, two grimy ass niggas. One of them's name was Guns, and the other one's name was Knives. So you already know what time it was. Yeah, a couple bad boys on the street, real shower man, yeah? Yeah? And the man come in, and they were there, and they must have just listened to the elders for like less than a minute. And the first thing that come out my mouth is, who's these man here, fam? Who's these? And they were just pure scorn and disdain for the apostles and elders. And you know why? Because them man, see, if the elders was on there talking about money and how to get money, right, and we're looking all cool, then them man would have been down with that, wouldn't they? But because, you know how we are, we dress humble and we're talking about righteousness, them man don't see the profit in it. So straight away, it's nothing but disdain. Yeah, nothing but disdain. You see that? And that's how, you see, wisdom cry in the streets. Yeah, but it tells you the scorners delight in scorning and fools hate knowledge. And I can guarantee you that them niggas right now, they're either dead or they're doing a bid right now. No doubt. They're either in the can, in the bins, or they're dead. And you know, good riddance. Because I look at all them niggas the same. You know, no matter who you think they are, if you got enough and they see you, they're going to try and take it. These niggas are foul. Like, you can't have your woman anywhere near around these niggas. You can't have nothing around these kind of gremlin ass niggas, man. They make where you live unsafe for your children, man. They're a problem. They're a bigger problem than Esau. And that's just the truth. The man ain't got no principles, no honor. They're just scum. So good riddance as well. I hope they are dead, to be honest with you. The world is a better place. And that's the truth. Hope some gun unit man clapped them 5 times in the forehead and they had a protest and then buried them niggas. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you and I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fair cometh. Yeah, all that badness. Every man has their time in it. And the Lord don't give a fuck. The Lord will deliver you up unto judgment. And that's that. And I ain't protesting for you niggas either. I ain't feeling sorry for you when you get what's coming to you. And that's that. When your fair come, because the man are moving hella bad. Yeah, the man are moving hella bad on roads. You know what I'm saying? Like, when these things happen, man are acting like we don't know who these men are. These are the same man that will bad you up. If you come round, these men are so bad. Like, if you know someone they know and you come around these niggas with that person, they don't give a fuck. Them, I know him, but I don't know you. And they will rob you right in front of your brethren. I've seen it happen. I've seen niggas do that when I'm there. Like, I'm with a dude and they know me. And the other dude, they've jacked that other dude right there in front of me and I can't do nothing. Because them man are the bad man on the block. Like, that's a truth of the ends. You can go to an area with someone you know and they know the bad man them, and the bad man them might give them a blight because they're from round there, but they won't give you a blight. They'll say, listen, we know you, but we don't know him. And that man will eat you one time for anything you got, your phone, anything. They don't care. These are the niggas that when the police chase them down and put 5 bullets in their eyeball, I'm supposed to cry for them and talk like them man were walking on water and healing the sick. Fuck out of here, man. A good riddance, man. I feel safer on the streets. You know what I'm saying, man? So we laugh when your calamity comes, man. Good riddance. Right? When your fear cometh as a desolation, when your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish coming upon you. Yeah, you love tormenting people, but when the ops get hold of you, you start bawling, yeah. And you say, oh my God, and you think, no one ain't gonna know, the Lord ain't coming to save you. I thought you was bad. Carry on with your badness then, innit? Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. So all these man them are acting proud and acting like they're real bad. All of them man are going to be balling for the Lord by the end of this thing, man. The Lord, yeah, carry on with your badness. You're the baddest, innit? You're the baddest man, so do your thing. Yeah, make it work. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. You see, that's why these men always get caught out by the fruits of their own hands. You see how the Lord is beautiful? And isn't that what we see happening all the time? Man, the same thing man are pushing. Man push badness and the badness come back on them, innit? That's how it is. Yeah, I've seen it. I remember one brother was going around robbing this person or robbing that person. Him and his man them, they were going around robbing that person, robbing that person. They were known to just be on that move, yeah, eating man for this phone, eating this, eating that. And I remember one day, they must have robbed the wrong. Obviously, it's gonna happen. You robbed the wrong man's cousin or whatever. You know how the thing's set already. And the man were all up in barking in the Kennedy chicken, trying to yam off some wings, chatting, thinking life was sweet. They didn't know that the Lord had them ready that day. And what happened? Them brothers there ran up in the chicken shop, samurai swords and all sorts. That man try to run and duck and jump. Nah, man were getting shanked up all 9-10 times in their chest. Yeah, man, that man shanked him up good, and he was a leader. He was the man whose name was ringing bells. That man shanked him up good. That man pincushioned the dude, man, had him on defibrillator settings. That man switched man's settings to life support. You understand? After that, man name weren't ringing bells no more. Man was moving hella humble on the roads. But you see, the day come, man. The day come. His own devices came back upon him. And push badness will come. right? But you see, all this stuff, man, it's going to come to an end when Yahweh Shai comes. Because you see, people that want to live in this wickedness and evil, they're going to be destroyed. And then the elect, who want to live in righteousness, who want to love their brother, the Lord is going to grant them that gift to live in a world where your brother is not a snake. Your brother is not going to bite you, man. Your louse is not going to bite your own louse. All right? Isaiah 65:25 says, the wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and the dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord. We're going to be able to live in peace and harmony amongst ourselves and amongst our brother, to truly live in love, not lip service love, real love. Because that's what your love, fam, love. Jake ain't got no love for each other, man. Jake ain't got no love, man. But beginning with the elect, the love of the Lord shall dwell, man. So if that, I must say shalom.